Welcome back, guys. We're here again, bringing you another React video. This time we're doing some Cartoon Network logos, some of the classic cartoons you may have grown up with, some newer ones. We love all of them, so we're here to talk about it.
Dexter's Laboratory. Let's start early.
Starting Dexter's Lab.
Yeah.
This one was on nights when my mom worked late, so I stayed up so late watching Dexter's Lab when I was a kid. Dee
I honestly didn't watch this one like religiously, but I remember it a lot.
I definitely watched it religiously.
And I loved it. It was great.
Oh,
Yeah, I remember watching it. I don't remember what happened.
Yeah, I think it matches the aesthetic of the show very
for
well.
sure. Especially that bottom type, you know? Yeah, that looks like a laboratory.
And then I like Dexter sharp, how sharp it is, and then it's really sharp in the bubbles of the bubbly font, and it kind of looks like there's a lightning bolt in the Y. What?
There's a lightning bolt.
The colors are really sweet.
Yeah, the show always had very vibrant colors.
3, 2, 1. Gave it an 8.
I gave it a 9, 7.
It reminded me of Bubbles.
Ed and Eddie. Wow, that
Classic.
yeah, that is a classic.
I loved it growing up. I thought it was so funny.
Yeah, that show. I loved the intro on that show with the whistling. I think it fits very well with the show's whole aesthetic. Very handwritten, very childlike.
It kind of reminds me of Comic Sans.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
It's funny how all these early 1990s shows are very similar with our cartoon style. I don't know, you'll definitely see with the ones that I picked, you'll see that a lot of the branding is changed a lot. Lots of focus on the fonts.
Yeah, I was gonna say the fonts are
which is
very
really
unique.
cool.
Yeah.
Honestly, these earlier logos you're gonna see, they're mostly just fonts. 2, 1. Give a 6.
I went 6 on this one. 2.
I did feel like giving it a little bit higher, but
I just went 6.
The rest of them.
Yeah, it's just it's a little bit boring, you know.
Yeah.
Johnny Bravo was probably my favorite Cartoon Network show ever.
Really?
Yeah, the show. I was Johnny Bravo for Halloween like 4 years ago.
How'd you get your hair to stand up like that?
A lot of hair gel.
Again, so you guys are just gonna see another like font
Yep.
logo.
For sure.
Obviously, everybody knows Johnny Bravo. Man, I'm pretty. With the name and everything, so you don't really need the face with it. But
Yeah, this one's kind of hard because there's not really anything specific in the show that you would like pair with the font, you know?
his hair
His hair.
everything.
That's true.
I think there's like some letter forms that I like the N's. I feel like I like the N's, but like the R and the B,
They throwing you off.
I'm not a huge fan. Like they just look too sketchily drawn for.
I feel like you could do something a little bit more, manly of a font.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, something a little more studly.
Yeah.
Something about the show, the creator of Fairly Odd Parents actually made a couple of episodes.
That's cool.
Yeah, and Seth MacFarlane did a couple too. I think he was one of the writers for this show.
But yeah, I think you could do like a little bit more masculine.
Yeah, something maybe more rigid.
I think something too, like you look at old Johnny's face and like you see a lot of those lines are very perfect and sharp, and then you look at the text and it's not.
Like he was always very clean and sleek.
Yeah, like his face is almost a perfect rectangle.
Yeah.
But the text is seems like it was half done.
Also, some of the negative space is so small that it's like, why even have it there?
Yeah, like between the B and the R.
Yeah.
And the O doesn't have a drop shadow. 3, 2, 1, 4. Give it 4.
I gave it a 5 or 4 as well.
Sorry, Johnny.
If you think that's a 5 anyways.
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
This show is another one that gave me the willies.
Yeah.
This show freaked me out a lot.
Yeah, it actually scared me quite a bit.
Wow. I tried watching it more recently and it's still scary.
Yeah.
The logo, I actually think could use a lot of work. It definitely just gives, I don't know, it's very plain. I think you could have done something with like a dog, the hole in his teeth.
Make it look a little more spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And scarier.
It seems like another one that was kind of just quickly drawn, like the Cowardly Dog underneath, looks like that was like a one take sketch,
especially
in like a book.
Those thick outlines around Courage.
Yeah.
Like drop shadow outlines around Courage.
3, 2, 1. Give it a 2.
I'm giving it a 4 again.
Yeah.
A 4?
Yeah.
Love the show. The show is great.
I know.
I know. You gotta say out all these. No offense to the show, but
I've been waiting for you.
I love theirs.
Do you?
Yeah, it's so
Steal
cool.
him. You should marry him.
What? He's been waiting to say that since the last video.
Yeah, at first glance, I was like, okay, yes, like I remember this is awesome. But then I started looking at it and like in girls, the L is very wide. The R's are kind of funky looking. Yeah, I just think the proportions are weird.
It's almost like the 1990s. They literally didn't care about.
I mean, you gotta think about the demographic here, though.
Yeah.
These are for young children.
They didn't care about things being equal, but it worked. Good show. It attracts kids. Kids, I don't think really look into that.
No, I don't think they're staring at it thinking this could be better.
They relate to it more if it looks like something they did, maybe.
Oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
2, 1. Give it a 6.
I went high on this one. Oh yeah. I actually really like the logo. I like the square letters and stuff. I think it works very well.
All right, moving on to the early 2000s.
Ben 10.
Yeah, Ben 10.
I like this one.
Do you really?
I do.
I like the zero, whatever that got going on there. It looks super cool.
I feel like it kind of has a good balance of like something that like a kid could do, but still like clean and proportionate. Like the B doesn't look all funky. Kind of has a little bit of a sketchy look, but I think it's clean enough. I feel like it's just like a good balance.
I think they've gone in and out of using the Ben 10 logo icon. There's like a shape to it. It's like they've gone in and out of using that 10 and this 10.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a huge fan of this 10. It looks very, very just random circles everywhere. I mean, that's what a kid would do, so I guess it makes sense.
I guess I don't know the significance of that shape in there.
The bubbles?
Yeah.
I think I can't remember how Ben 10 got his watch. How did he get his watch?
Wasn't it like on a spaceship crashed or like a comet?
Steady. Go.
I give it a 7.
Ben 10 and 8.
You guys really like that logo.
I do like that one.
I love this.
I love the prank call episode. That was so funny.
Please, baby, please.
Seems like this era they've kind of got into those gradients. We saw Ben 10.
Ben 10 had a gradient. Yeah, this one's got a gradient.
It's kind of back to that sketchy hand-drawn type that, sorry, is not my favorite.
I really love this logo. It's very, very symmetrical, and
it's got
uses
diamond
2 fonts, and I think they're very sharp. They both complement each other very well. Yeah, I like every shape of it. And it's still childish because the I is lowercase.
Yeah, and like if you've seen the show, you know Billy is very silly.
Yeah,
apparently. And I feel like it fits him. Mandy, on the other hand, I feel like it's a little more on the serious side.
What? Billy, you're going to Rollington Academy.
Oh yeah.
So maybe it doesn't fit her character, but I understand, you know, for the logo.
She was scarier than Grim, so.
Yeah, she was scarier than Grimmer, sure.
Ready, steady, go. I gave it a 10.
I gave it a 7.
I gave it a 5.
I actually liked it. I think colors match the aesthetic of the show. I think the fonts match, and yeah, I think it did a really good job.
Foster's Home.
This is more up my style. I remember
Is it really?
Yeah.
I remember getting introduced to this show.
I remember this being the last show I remember ever watching on Cartoon Network.
Really?
The last show, and then I grew up. Sad day.
This is a sad day.
This show's kind of about that.
I'm not quite there yet. It is, yeah.
I think it's just so unique. Like Foster's, you know, is very custom.
It's hard to miss Foster.
I think Imaginary Friends, again, kind of is a good balance of that kind of sketchy drawn look, but it's not, you can tell it wasn't done first take, you know, like they kind of went through and cleaned some things up. They centered, you know, the counterparts and the letters. And I'm usually not a fan of like see how like the top of the eye's orange in the one?
Yeah.
I'm usually not a huge fan of that. I feel like it's not too bad, like too distracting in this. The one thing I will say is Home 4, feel like that typeface doesn't quite fit.
Yeah.
It's almost like a Tuscan kind of style, but other than that, like I think it's great. I think the shape is
Yeah, I was gonna say, I like the whole encompassed shape that it has.
Yeah. Foster's is just that font.
It's pretty sick.
Right.
Like the F going into the T.
Yeah.
I wish the middle part of the F kind of bowed more into the S, because that's what everything else does.
Yeah, true.
However, and maybe the O into the F boat a little bit
Oh,
more.
yeah.
But other than that, like I mean, it's such a cool custom
Yeah, custom type
font
base
logo.
for sure.
But go
9
9.
Nine. Across the
Hey, look
board.
at that, dude. I think we all like that one.
9.
Sounds good.
I think that one's got the best rating so far.
Oh, I love Kids Next Door.
I know. Kids Next Door is awesome.
Codename Kids Next Door.
I think it did a really good job keeping it very balanced. The colors are really cool.
Great color for sure.
And then the font is very like spy-like.
I wonder why they chose to do that text white instead of that yellow.
Yeah, make a great like patch or something, you know?
Oh,
that'd be
yeah.
so cool to have on like your shoulder or something.
Ready, steady,
Coming back with a 9.
7, 8, 9.
79. Alrighty.
I went through and rewatched the show not even that long ago.
Really?
Yeah,
I love this show.
this
It's such a
show
good
is so good.
I honestly love the fonts too, like the colors and everything. That's a logo where you can add so many colors and it's totally fine.
Yeah, each color kind of represents a character in the
Yeah.
show, right? Maybe it's different with TV shows, but like to have that many colors, I feel like a lot of times maybe you don't see, but it does work really well with this.
I think it was too deep. It ended after like 2 seasons. I think it was ahead of its time.
It was. It really was. Well, they brought it back.
The back Teen Titans Go.
Ugh.
Totally different. I don't even consider them the same thing at all.
Ready, set, go. 7.
I got 7 2.
I gave it an 8.
I give it an 8. Well, Matt was the highest ranker.
Cool. The only reason why I didn't give it higher is I think it could do like using the characters as part of the logo. You know, when you have such.
Adventure Time.
Oh man.
I never watched Adventure Time,
No?
so this looks super Legend of Zelda style.
Yeah, Adventure Time was like everybody watched Adventure Time my age. Like,
I've watched a lot of Adventure Time.
yeah.
It's just about two homies that just go through life and
And the
They
human,
just-
Jake the dog.
yep.
Yeah, they live in a treehouse. And yeah, it literally is basically just a life story.
Yeah, they just go adventuring
Yeah,
all the time.
that's and it's always it's pretty much always something super weird.
The show does get pretty deep, but I feel like
Yeah.
those early seasons is really just about them
Yeah.
having like a good
Having
time.
a good time together. Yeah, after the first, because the creator left after the first couple seasons,
Oh, really?
and that's when it not went downhill, but that's when it definitely got deep.
Does the logo match the?
I would say so. It's got a very medieval,
Does it?
type feel.
Yeah, I really like this logo.
Yeah, I think this logo fits the show very well. I think it's very balanced too. It seems like the hilt of the sword and the end of the blade both come out of those sides pretty evenly.
I like the texture they use in the fonts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, that like kind of like beveling that kind of gives it a little bit of
It's
a
also
2D look.
Pretty rough
3D.
too.
It's interesting too that they made the A bigger than.
Yeah, than the rest of Adventure, because it would still work with it the same size.
Oh, the reason why they probably did that is
Cartoon Network sometimes goes there, I think, actually.
no, I'm thinking like medieval or like even like
Oh, like
where
big.
the first letter is big.
Yep.
And the black letter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Give it a 7.
10 out of 10.
I love regular show. This was my Adventure Time.
Again, never seen the show.
I thought the show was so much better than Adventure Time.
Check out what came for you in the mail.
Oh, yeah! What is it?
What's this one about?
It's a different show than it.
It's a different it's a different show, yes. I still think it's better though.
Low brow.
What are you talking about? This show is way higher brow than Adventure Time. Come on. Okay. Come on, Matt. Get with it. This show, it's two buds again, two best friends. They get hired to work at this park, and they're just slackers. But it's got a not fantasy, but like mystical type, like, I don't even know.
Yeah, I mean, their boss
sci-fi
is a go-doll machine.
Well, there's that, but I just mean like the adventures that they have, you know? Like,
It's not regular at all.
that's
Buttsland.
what it's about. That's why it's called regular shows.
That R is throwing me off. It makes me very uncomfortable.
Well,
Back
that's
to
how,
the sketchy drawing.
Yeah.
well, that's how like the credit, even like the intro credits, that's how it is like, and it's not even bubbles like that. It's just handwriting.
That whole logo throws me off. It's like going off like this too.
I think it's a great show. Wish they would have done better on this, but
I think that fits the show.
It probably does.
Show's not
I
like
watched it.
extremely clean or anything, you know?
it's, would you say low brow?
You know what lowbrow means?
And then I'll be all like, get back to work!
2, 1.
I gave it an 11 out of
Whoa,
10.
wow.
Yeah,
You
just to spite Matt.
probably gonna lose all the credibility in the comments.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe so we can keep doing stuff like this because it's a lot of fun. So
Please comment down below what you guys thought of the logos and the shows that we presented. Please let us know what we missed, if there's any things about the logos that you guys saw that we didn't. I would love to know your guys' thoughts.
And remember, stay classy, San Diego.